You know, sometimes you have to break a few eggs to make a protein-dense omelet. Let's talk about Murderbot Episode 7. Hey everyone, it's David Stark from Watch Your Pass, and we're going to talk about Murderbot Season 1, Episode 7, Complementary Species, coming to Apple TV Plus on June 20th, 2025. It's the 7th episode of Murderbot. I am really liking this series. It has gotten progressively better, and this episode is no different. My hot take is I definitely think you should watch it. I think you should get on the Murderbot train. It is funny, it is clever, it's got really great effects and sets. And also, you know, it's a nice short episode. It's very easily digestible, very easily bingeable. So I think you should watch episode 7, just like I think you should watch all of them. I wasn't really keen on 1 and 2, but I have really loved it recently. So overall, watch it quickly, get on that train, and I'm going to tell you about the episode, a few things I like, a few things I didn't like, really quickly go into a recap. So if you don't want to know what happens in this episode, I would turn it off with the recap section. Before that, though, I'll keep it vague, I'll keep it spoiler-free. Let's try to get to those spoilers. So in Murderbot episode 7, it continues right after. So this episode continues off of episode 7 where Labibi showed her true colors. She was working for whatever organization is on this planet trying to stop both of the crews. She took Gurathin hostage. She wanted their data. She had set a trap for Murderbot and Mensah. They survived. Murderbot came. He saved the day by blowing up her head. The rest of the crew doesn't seem very excited about that, but we find out all the consequences of that action in episode 7. So, things I liked about this episode. The first, I liked Gurathin. He kind of shows some extra layers in this one. We get a flashback where we see some more information about him, and then we also get to see him as a caring person, you know, some of his reasoning, things like that. I liked Gurathin. I've liked Gurathin a lot, but I liked how this episode gave him a little bit more layers. The second thing I like the humor. It has grown on me. I like some of the silly characters. I like Rathi's like strange friendship with Murderbot. I like some of the humor. I like some of Murderbot's musings are growing on me. So overall, the humor has grown on me, and it makes it much more entertaining. The third thing I love the sets and effects. I've really liked them so far. You get, not a very different setup. You know, it's not much different from what we've seen before, but it is still lush. It is still beautiful, and you do get some really cool out of this world things happening. So all that being said, things I didn't love as much. There's really only one. Where's Sanctuary Moon? I like Sanctuary Moon. I want more Sanctuary Moon, and I would really love an entire Sanctuary Moon episode. This had none of it, so maybe next episode. But all that being said, Murderbot episode 7 comes to Apple TV Plus on June 20th, 2025. Like I said, definitely watch it. If you haven't seen it yet, get on the train, catch up. It's a very, very quick watch, and there's only a couple more episodes left, so make sure to catch up quickly. If you do see it, let me know what you think. Let me know what you liked and didn't like. I'd love to hear it. And I'm going to really quickly go into a recap right now. So if you don't know what happens this episode, I would turn it off now because there will be spoilers. So in Murderbot episode 7, it starts with a flashback. We see the crew at a dinner about a month before the expedition, and they're playing a game where they talk about, things in their past. And Gurathin tells a story about how he was originally sent to spy on Mensah by the corporation to find out information that they could use against her after he was addicted to some sort of substance that only the corporation could give him. So that kind of forced him to do this. But he hated being addicted. He hated being asked to do this. And so he was seriously considering ending his life. But then he met Mensah and chose a different route. He chose to join up with Mensah and kind of turn his back on the corporation. And that kind of changed his life. So now we see why Gurathin is so loyal to Mensah, probably why he loves her. That's probably one of the reasons why he turned. He probably became infatuated with her. So I like that. It gave some more layers on Gurathin, some of his past. He's very kind of tough egg to crack. So this was a nice glimpse into it. So after that flashback, we get back to the present world where the crew is dealing with the consequences of Labibi being murdered. They're packing up. They have to go. Whatever shadow organization that is out there knows where they are and is probably going to send reinforcements. So they have to get to the hopper and get moving. But they don't trust Murderbot. They are still sickened by the fact that it killed Labibi, even though Labibi was going to easily kill them. Some of them think she was bluffing. Some of them think that she was forced to do it. Either way, they're not grateful to Murderbot. He tries to appeal to them by putting up his visor and talking to them, but they still don't trust him. Now, eventually they do get in the hopper and fly away. And when they land, Murderbot goes to monitor the perimeter. And while he's doing this, the crew talk about maybe leaving him. They're divided on whether they should abandon him. Some of them think it's noble that he is still there and protecting. And during this exchange, I got one of my favorite lines from Murderbot. Ratthi goes and talks about, some of the things that happen, the death of Labibi, and he says sometimes you have to break a few eggs to make a protein-dense breakfast. And I love that. It's a great line and also like a fun play on words and a play on Rathi's character. So after Murderbot does the perimeter, they confront Murderbot. They want to know what it's doing. They don't trust it, and so they want to know what the plan is. Murderbot doesn't get to it because that a new threat shows up. A giant worm comes out and is going to attack them. They all retreat to the hopper and they kind of bunker in there. And while this is happening, a different worm comes and looks like it's going to attack the hopper as well. But then we find out that these worms seem to be the same species. They end up mating, and when they're done, there are egg sacs on the hopper. I think Bharadwaj believes that they laid the eggs there because the hopper's engines were warm and they thought it'd be a good incubator. And so this crew, being this crew, decides, you know what, they'll just leave it. Now, while this is happening, a new rogue second unit, a new dark second unit comes and attacks. It gets the jump on Murderbot. It looks like it has the upper hand. It looks like it's going to kill Murderbot, but during the fight, Murderbot pushes its hand into one of the egg sacs, and that second unit then shoots the egg sac to get its hand free. It destroys the egg sac, and that causes the worm that had been like laying in wait, monitoring, to rise up, rip the rogue Murderbot's head off, and then grab the other eggs and leave. So that threat is dealt with. But then Gurathin, who has been burning up after he was shot by the BB, he apparently has gotten a fever. He collapses due to the fever, and the crew decides they need to take him back to the med unit. They need to save him. Murderbot says they can't go back. It's going to be crawling with hostiles, but the crew says, this is what we do. We take care of each other, and they are going back. So Murderbot has a choice. I assume it is going to go with them, but we will find out next time. Also, as this episode ends, the camera is focused on the head of that rogue sec unit, and the head looks very much like Murderbot. You can't fully see it because it's a little bit covered by a helmet, but the parts that we see make it look like it is, the same model, the same look as Murderbot. So we don't know. We'll find out what that means, but that is Murderbot episode 7. Definitely think you should check it out. What questions are left after this episode? Well, like, what are these rogue dark sec units? Why did this one potentially look like Murderbot? And what is sending them? What corporation do they work for? What is overall monitoring this? Is there going to be any consequences? Does Murderbot still have any of that rival code in it? It doesn't seem like it does. It did say that its sensors didn't detect this second unit, so I don't know if there is some residual aspect left over. That will all be something for us to figure out. Will Gurathin survive? I'm pretty sure Gurathin will survive. What will happen to them when they get to the old base camp? Is it going to be crawling with hostiles? How many of these rogue sec units are there? This is the second one that they've taken out. They took out one at the other crew's base, and now they've taken out another at their hopper. How many of these rogue sec units are there? How many can they keep sending? I guess we'll all find out later. But I think there's 2 episodes left, so we'll hopefully find out soon. And also, like, what is Murderbot going to do? Are they going to stay with this crew? Are they going to go off on their own? It feels like Murderbot will stay with this crew. It feels like Murderbot likes this crew, despite what it says. So I imagine that'll happen. But that is Murderbot episode 7. Like I said, definitely check it out. Definitely watch it. It's been a good series so far, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So if you do check it out, let me know what you think. Let me know what you liked and didn't like. I'd love to hear it. And thanks so much for watching. If you like this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.